Banana, 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 banana. Banana. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Sorry about that, folks. Working on it. It's a work in progress, everyone. Welcome to a fish room in South Austin. Hello, everyone. Whoop, whoop, Empire of Dirt. Hello, Zen, Koro, the Jeff Kane vibes. The Austin Copycats, who are they? Sleeping is for the weak. This is a fish convention weekend, so therefore, hold on, let me turn this music off. I'm dumb. We're over that. Okay. Basically, because it is a fish event weekend, like it's all about like not really getting any sleep. And my normal stream time is now. So I ain't about to walk away from a good time. So here I am, and just like vibes, I'm still kind of packing. I'm gonna catch the fish and put them in buckets in the morning. I'll yeah. I already got the plants in a bucket, so that's good. Um, Emma Rose, you're gonna be there. That's awesome. I'm excited. Yeah, Vibes and I are leaving early in the morning tomorrow so that we can be up there around lunchtime. I think that on Thursday, the Garden of Eden was looking for some hands. So Vibes and I are down for that. And wherever else we can be helpful, you know what I mean? All in the spirit of getting thirsty for beer. You've got the fish in a breeder box. That's nice. I got my fish in a tank that I'm basically going to clear out. I just chose males. Um, yeah, basically everything that I wear down there can just like I can just chuck it out and like fill the bag. But I mean like I haven't ever had to throw any clothing away to make room for fish, at least in Dallas, because Vibes and I'll be riding in a car together, and the second row seats fold down, so like that is all fish compartment. We're very excited. Yeah, bristle nose, purple guppy. Purple guppy is male and female. Oh, I haven't gathered the snails yet. Probably a dozen gold mystery snails. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Like a kid walking around going, "Man, we can't buy anything today." Blah blah blah. To be like, "Hey, man, find your parents. Come over here. Get yourself a clump of Java moss. If you can't have any fish, you know what I mean. But if some guppies are involved, sure, man, you can have a guppy." So that's what we're doing. We're gonna build community. We're gonna build community, and I'm gonna share some of the bounty of my fish room, and that goes for fellow YouTubers as well. So like, come by the booth and come get some of these guppies, man. So I need everybody's help. What did I forget to pack? Just throw those down in the chat there, and I'll tell you whether I've packed it or not. And if I haven't packed it, I'll go get it and pack it right now. And I do have a special treat for you this evening. I'm calling it the new local Austin cam, and I'll show you how it works in just a few. There we go. Put the link in the chat if anybody wants to join. I'm looking at my iPhone right now, so if you are popping up, say something in the chat because I might not see you. It might not pop you up. I'm not sure whether it'll pop you up or not. Yeah, you like that? You like that view of the fish room? Yeah, that's in the far corner, and it's a phone holder that a friend of mine was using on his wheelchair, and the end of it gets a little too floppy after a while. Well, and the weight of the phone like brings it down, so I just have it like dangling down, and the handle on my iPad just hangs there. So I can walk right up to the screen and see the chat there. And yeah, this is the view of the fish room. So there's another, so on the far right, there's a 20-gallon long, and then there's 4 10s, but they're being blocked by the 2 10s that are on top of the television set console that I have. That's a project. So it's kind of blocking the view. Um, but yeah, man, that's basically all of the tanks. I mean, like four of them are blocked, but that's all my tanks in the fish room. And then I have a 75-gallon and a 20-gallon inside. That's where my goldfish and my mystery snails are. Yeah. Then I've got two tubs outside. They're looking good. Um, I like the tiered rack a whole lot. I've always had problems with a bare substrate tank that is on the far right of the one with the 40 breeders, so that's in the center of the screen. I've never had that tank do very well. It's not getting a whole lot of air, and there may or may not be clown loaches living in the stump still. I don't know. Um, and there's some miscellaneous mosquito fish in there. Um, but that tank has always looked filthy. It's always got algae balls starting on the bottom. So, yeah, that one's always been a little bit of a problem, but I do like the 20s down on the bottom. And then the other one is just set up with 4 10s on the bottom and a 20-gallon long up top. It is a waste of space. There's room for more tanks, you know what I mean? Because I have that top one sideways. But I do like those a whole lot. And this big, huge rack that I've built that's on the left side of the screen, um, it is it is too tall. And I used screws, and I think that if I built it again, I would use lag bolts, and I would also find a way to brace it left and right because it is a little bit scary. And I didn't have enough screws in, and the second shelf fell on top of the shelf on the floor, like pretty hard, and broke 2 tanks. That was not ideal. So I would say that this big tallest rack, while that is 17 tanks is a lot of tanks, um, to stack on one on top of one another, I feel it's not the safest. I wouldn't recommend building it the exact way I did. It would have to be built in such a way that it was sturdier. But I do like the tiered system, and I like the way it looked. And I was thinking originally about doing like 4 of those and doing the 40 breeder with the 20 longs underneath and the 20 long with the 10s underneath. And then at that point, I should be able to tell you which one I prefer. And I think that I prefer the 40-gallon on the top, honestly, with the 20 gallons underneath it. Um, I think that is the one that I would replicate. But originally, my idea was to have 4 of those in the fish room, and that would only be 20 tanks, and I've got 27 tanks in there right now. You know, that's a good point. First class fish, and that is something that I haven't done. I've just built a frame. So each time there's a another tank, the edges of each tank are on a thing running front to back. But if I put plywood down, that would probably fix it. A lot of it. I think that might be a good idea. What, is Eddie going to bed? Oh no, man. I'm not gonna tell you you're dumb for passing on some Basmani rainbow babies half off. Hey man, it happens, dude. It's just like, hey, are you ready for them? Well, you know what I mean? If you're just gonna end up putting a bunch of other fish in danger so that you can get these guys in there, it's not worth it, man. I had to pass on some guppies from Emma because I was like, I'm sorry, I have 2 strains and they are about to go swimming down the driveway. That's how many I've got. So, hey man, I'm not a structural engineer either, man. Like we are fooling around and finding out. That is most of what my fish room is about. I don't try to pretend that I am some awesome guy either. You know what I mean? Like with superior talents or anything. I'm sure that I have some things that I'm naturally good at that other people aren't. But you know what I mean? Like I'm not focusing on those. You know what I mean? Like I'm focusing on like keeping a fish room, and like I have little experience, you know what I mean? Like, we're sitting at around, like, 5 years or whatever, you know what I mean? It's just like, I can understand some science and stuff, like, I understand what's going on, but as far as I actually doing it, no, don't have it. So, like, my fish room is an example of, it's meant to inspire others, you know what I mean? Either by them going, "Oh, man, if he can do that, I can do that, and that's really cool," or it's just like, "Man, if I did that, I would do it so much better," and inspiring you know what I mean? Like, whatever that means. Like, I want to inspire others to keep, too many fish tanks. You know what I mean? It's just like, I'm helping MTS. So yeah, fun times. I am here for it. Okay, they're yet to get you your custom fish tank stand. You're waiting on one, Emma? Yeah. What Jeff Kane say? You do have a trip coming up, so it's understandable. See, exactly. Yeah, man. Like, dude, like half price fish of a rainbow variety. I mean, like, somebody's gonna snatch those up. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Eddie, let somebody else have a turn. You know what I mean? Okay, it really did strengthen the stand. Thank you, Juanita. That's the type of advice that we need here. So yeah, man, I'll work on. I'll put that on the list of things. Right now, I'm realizing everything needs a freaking lid, and it doesn't have a lid. I've got uh, I've got guppies running amok in tanks that aren't supposed to have guppies in them. You know what I mean? Like, they're freeing themselves. I'm not exactly sure how. I'm sure I'm helping in some way, but that's what it is. So yeah, let me show you what the surprise is today, ladies and gents. Coming back into the fish room. Okay, so let me. Oh, they free themselves. It's pretty wild. Oh, I like you too. All right, now I've got Can you hear me now? Or maybe I should mute this. Okay, how's that? I can hear myself talking, so I'm not sure whether that's good or not. So we've either developed a lag or there's an echo, echo, echo. We'll find out on the next episode of New Local Austin Fishroom Edition. I sound muffled? Yeah, well. And a crackle. All right, that's what I'm talking about. So, yeah, I thought this was possibly a good buy. The mother of all guppies right here. Wait for her to turn now. She's got a gravid spot that covers her whole backside. She is too interested in this camera attachment. All right, let's feed some people. Oh, wait, you weren't supposed to get fed. My bad. They got a snack. Nothing wrong with a snack, they say. Okay, you guys. Jethro's so mad. I could feed these guys and these guys. Okay. All right, Jethro. Here you go. Get it, bro. So hungry. So hungry. You have some too, Jafar. Hey, are you guys gonna eat the... Oh, I pulled plants down here in front. Now they're acting like I hit them. Nobody hit you. Come on. Come get it. Where's your partner in crime? Hold on, there's a pleco in the emergency going on. Bro. Just gonna bounce off your face. There you go. You guys will always get fed. So I put down my paradise fish, the last one I had in this tank. So now it's just rosy barbs again. So that was sad. Not really what I like to do when I get off work on Saturday morning. Kind of lame. Oh, I didn't pack these. Gotta pack these. There's so many pretty purples. Like that guy. And that guy. And there's this one with a spangle on its tail that's insane. Where's he at? This one. Got a nice dark body, but that is not a purple tail. That is something different. So yeah, I added bristle nose. Got that going for us. What does chat have to say? That's right, Emerald. You talk and talk. I've got 7 pairs of socks for 4 days. So I get to be changing socks before I go out at night. I'm excited. I was planning on taking them in buckets. 2 buckets of fish and snails. I've got an aerator that's split to both buckets. Plants don't get air. I got socks for my socks. That's rough first class fish because you get running pretty fast with your CO2, and then when it stops. It's going to be like 6 weeks to get it back. Is that right? Well, I'm sorry, only Oscar. I know you get busy. Now my mic is mute. Whose mic is mute? I don't know. Well, first class, I'm not sure because some of the uh, different categories don't have a sponsor. Emma Rose is planking. Yeah, Emma Rose, that's the problem I have. I'm probably not going to get any fish. I might get some plants. Ooh la la, first class. That sounds like a nice tank. I have flip flops, and a pair of hiking high tops. I'm comfortable in those all day. Sometimes my feet get hot, but not that bad. Yeah, Eddie's allowed to wear whatever he wants. It's a fish convention. You can dress as an octopus if you want. So let's see. All right, that was a fun experiment. Which way is up? What's happening now? Can I get a mic check? Well, that's cool, Emma. It's too hot in Texas to be wearing any sort of onesie anyway. So I got my hair shortened. That should be fun. Yes. Yes. There we go. Okay, good. I stopped hearing myself echo, so that's always nice. That's the way I do it. Gotta mess with perceptions of reality. I'm getting some ice. So, vibes, do you want to still meet at 7 or do you want to make it 8? Oh, mad world. 7 is good. Okay. Yeah, man, let's get on it. I'm not going to sleep very well anyway. I'm too excited, which is perfect. Yeah, same here. Yeah, I'm gonna drink a bunch of coffee and I'm gonna complain a bunch of vibes because my shoulder already hurts and I haven't gone to bed yet. So, which means it's gonna be sore uh, in the morning. I was changing the brakes and the front brakes and the oil in the trusty RAV4. And of course, I had a wrench that was too small and a oil filter that was too tight. And actually, the brakes weren't really that bad at all. Anytime I had to kneel on my knee on my driveway was kind of rough because so basically I worked out my muscles for like the first time in like I don't know years. And yeah, so like all of my delts are all popped and I mean like by and large is a good thing. But yeah, dude, yeah, it was kind of hot outside and I'm a little bit out of shape to be laying down on the ground and getting underneath the car and then getting back up again and then laying back down underneath the car and all that. It wasn't good. Yeah, that's the way you got to do it every once in a while, first class. Yeah, I feel like you could get in trouble without a license to sell alcohol. And if you're making alcohol and it isn't regulated in any way, I think that is also bans it from being for sale. So I think that it was also probably like a legality reason. And like, I don't know, man. Like they might be like, dude, you can't be setting up a freaking fish tank in here and like giving away product for free while people are trying to sell stuff. And I'll be like, yeah. And then we'll be doing some like trunk deals and we'll be bagging up We'll be bagging up moss and sneaking it in, handing it out to people. Dang, Emma Rose. I just like used like all my muscles and like moved my ribs around a lot because I was like having to like break bolts loose on the dirtiest part of a car. Oh yeah, I was there for that, June. I saw that happen. That congratulations on that, by the way. And I want to know what you think about those ferts. I'm thinking about eventually getting some dry ferts, I think. And I would like to have the micros and the macros uh separated so that then I can dose one or the other or both depending on what I think is going on in the tank. But I don't want to do like all the individual ones. You know what I mean? And like all of that. I think that I would do poorly at that. I think that 2 bottles would be nice. So, June won that on fishfam.link. If you're not subscribed, I recommend it. They do a shopping spree. This was $100 shopping spree at I want to say it was I want to say it was Neptune Aquatics, but I think it was like Atlantic. It was like Atlantic something, and gentleman runs a online store out of his house in Jersey, and seemed real knowledgeable about the product and stuff like that. There were some interesting ponds. June already owns one for some reason. Um, and plants and like all sorts of stuff. And so yeah, it was $100 shopping spree, and then June won it. So yeah, I think that goes on like once a month, and then like there were like 50 people there, 50 or 60 people in the chat. So I mean, like it was a good group, you know what I mean? And June like comes out on top. First class fish, you're doing the dry ferts if I ever do need info. Yeah, what was I looking at? I was looking at the dry ferts. Was it Nylock? Or is Nylock a liquid? Or do they do both? I can't remember. But I think it was LRB, my fish Jesus. Yeah, Usama was his name. Oh yeah. He seemed like a very like serious guy. He was like very pleased to be here. This was very good. This was a fortuitous. You know what I mean? Like he seemed like a serious guy, like a no nonsense kind of guy. But I mean, like those guys have knowledge. Do you know what I mean? Like all that time that they're not like cracking jokes. You know what I mean? Like they're like reading something. Like those guys can be, what? Oh, for a Dune reference, those guys could be Mentats. Nylock does both, and they're good. Okay, yeah, but yeah, LRB was fertilizing, and he was like, "I've got macros and micros, and that's how I do it." So if they just need like some trace element stuff, I'll do that. If they need like the big stuff, then I'll do that. Like if all the plants are hungry for the big dinner. because the fish will provide a lot of the macros, I think. Depending on what you're feeding, they'll provide some of the micros too. But yeah, he's very nice. Yeah, but yeah, he seemed like a serious day. Hey, Vibes, I just got a notification that we're staying at the Renaissance Dallas Hotel tomorrow. So, um, I don't know what you're doing, but we should go to Dallas. I read the first three, the first five Dune book. I read through Dune Messiah, so I don't know how many books that is. Yeah, just like the movie is a little hard to figure out and stuff like that. The book is like even more in depth, and then there are prequels, and it's all the history of the different families, of which the Atreides is one of the major families. So yeah, all those books and stuff like that. There's books that, and it it covers eons of a history in a world that doesn't exist. You know what I mean? And personally, I find that sort of thing like super mind blowing. I love sci-fi. So did everybody like the head cam? I think that if I'm like, like redoing a tank and stuff like that, having the screen, like a screenshot of what I'm doing and then a head cam to see what my hands are actually doing might be kind of cool. So are you talking about for its first class fish, you want to do your own and individually mix them and measure them out? Yeah, I mean, like I'm not there yet. Like everything I have in my tanks is like easy to grow. So tang is easy to grow in my water. And a tank that doesn't have a lot of flow and a lot of plants and stuff like that, the tang eventually just takes over the lower ground in that tank. So I'm bringing quite a bit of it, and I think that'll be fun. Adele, welcome. Hello. Jordowski's Dune, is that the original one or is that the one that was on the Sci-Fi Channel? I did watch them both. I watched the one that came out on the Sci-Fi Channel at my parents' house, and I had just had my gallbladder out. I think I was like 26. I know, isn't it great, Emma? Oh, only Oscars. You finished Fallout. That's the thing about Fallout. You're never done with Fallout. I play Fallout 76 online and have an insane amount of uh, resources and stuff like that. So, like, we can live rich in the wasteland. If anybody is interested because of the Fallout and actually wants to play Fallout 76 on PS4, um, yeah, man, I'll link up with you and we'll go through like all the storyline and everything. It'll be fun, and I'll make sure you have a gun that shoots good. Do you know what I mean? Okay, it's a documentary about a guy who developed a Dune screenplay and storyboards decades ago. Must watch. Oh man, I bet. That sounds really cool. Jordowski's Dune. All right, I'll have to look it up. That sounds like something I would very much enjoy, First Class Fish. Yeah, I know, June, but I'm just saying if you want to like pick up a weapon in PlayStation 4, you know what I mean, and like fight monsters, I'm your guy. I'm just saying. It's on Max, great. I don't have Max. There you go, First Class Fish. Yeah, man, when you get another one, I'm gonna get a PS5 eventually. I think that I was playing with people that were on a PS5 at the time that managed to get one. But yeah, everybody who's getting fed got fed, and some females got a snack that may be traveling tomorrow. But you know, whatever. We'll get them going. I should work on the 75, get it drained. 399 rental sounds great. Yeah, Children of Dune was okay, but like Dune Messiah, like it freaking like blows out, man. I love it. Okay, so you're gonna wait for the 5 Pro? Nice. I've only used regular bags vibes. I haven't really used the breather bags. Yeah, man, just pull them from the tank, man. You're pulling nitrates. Oh man, I was all over that thing like all through COVID. Every loading screen, looking over at my goldfish. It was great. All right. Yeah, once I found out my wife liked hardcore sci-fi, I didn't know it. She's always been like fantasy, like so I mean like it's not that much of a jump and she's a very logical mind, so therefore uh she can follow some hard sci-fi and like get into it. We drove out to West Texas and we listened to Dune all the way there and like the whole Ben Gesserit thing and like all of that and the Quiz Hatterrock and all that stuff. Like my wife is like, "What? What? Oh my goodness!" You know what I mean? So yeah, it was pretty cool. So she had listened to the book on audio before she saw the movies. That's right. At a certain point, guys, you gotta focus on your empire of fish. We have 1 minute till the witching hour. This is the last of Wednesday, May 15th, according to Central Standard Time, where I am sitting and broadcasting from currently. And it is now Thursday, May 16th. Aquashella weekend. Yeah, man, it's gonna that sort of a thing is gonna get a reaction out of you. You're either gonna quit or double down. I'm glad you doubled down. I'm glad you're here while I'm in the hobby too. Good morning. It's the witching hour. June. That is awesome. June, is it Oscars? Is that what you're getting? What are you getting? I'm working on I might get some lemon bristlenose to bring home. Males, if I can find them. No Oscars. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. So you found the males and you can't catch them? Yeah, I have a rogue juvenile male, and a rogue female, and one that I haven't seen enough of to be able to tell you whether it's a boy or a girl. But yeah, I've got several bristle noses that have escaped the net. Heck yeah, June. So yeah, it turns out I have four females of the albinos. Yeah, no, those anything calico, like I'm down with, like especially after seeing how the patterns play out on my angels that I have. Those so I just need two, you think? Okay. Yeah, and those calicos, they throw everything, right? almost. I had those stickers. What did I do with them? I needed them to be packed. Question, did I pack them? Oh. Some snow pops for my shrimpies. So weird. What did I do? I don't know what I did, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. All right, it took them a minute to figure out that they had food. I would have put them in this pocket, pretty sure. So I have not. I did something bad. Dang on. Keep misplacing things. 30K. 2K a month of rent. Oh, it's run down. What's run down? Only mom and pop shop left. Oh, that's sad. I had it in my hand. Got the bags. It's a sticker I made special. What did Mikey do? Here they are. Found them. Yeah, I'm gonna take this 20-gallon long. So when I fill this tank back up, I need to have I need to have 10 gallons of extra water. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. I got it. All right. We're doing good. Hello, Craigster. So yeah, I have to drain a tank and fill it back up. And that is the story on that. Oh, weird. What are you keeping the Daphnia in, first class? Yeah, that's cool. Right, Jim? 5-gallon buckets. Okay. No, but I mean, like, you've been keeping them going for a long time, so that's pretty awesome. I bought Daphnia once, and killed it. I was trying to feed it yeast, and I think I just mucked up the water. She's on that California time, bro. Yeah, it's the great thing about being on the bottom. There's a lot of us. But I've had a wonderful time with you all. Got about 15 minutes to talk about what we need to talk about. June, are you going to stream this evening or are you taking a break, dear? That's what I did. That's what I did. That's exactly what I did. I was not taking it easy. No live. Everybody's going to have to figure it out while Vibes and I catch a nap before we get on the road. Um, oh, yeah, man. Test drove the vehicle afterwards, man. New slippers. New slippers on the car. Um, just one of the pads was done of the four. So I caught it early and I can probably refinish those rotors and have them for the next time. Just swap the rotors as well. The Russian red Daphnia is on an invasive watch list. Oh my goodness. Hey, you want to know what? I'm glad that I motivated somebody. I have to get Craig to tell me to get off my ass. I was like, Craig, just tell me to get up and start. You know what I mean? Like, I bet you do, June. I bet you do. Yeah, I'm gonna do that water change in the morning. See what Vibes thinks of my POS. Hang on the back. I like talking about Daphnia. It's pretty fun. So that 20-gallon long that's on the floor in the center of the room shot right now, that's the 20-gallon long that's going to Aquashella. Mm, not very long, but I'm not saying I wouldn't eat it. Well, I mean, we're only going to Dallas, and I'm pretty sure that he can order a side of cottage cheese at the diner that we like. So I think he's going to be fine. And we can always go to a grocery store and get him some more. You can't drip line cottage cheese vibes. We'd have to do something to the cottage cheese. It would have to be like digested, and then we'd give it to you. I think my wife fed the goldfish already. The more you know, the more you know. Y'all gonna be scaredy cats all day? 4, 5, 6, 7. We're all accounted for. Yeah, I mean, I'll figure it out. There you go. These guys just keep staring me down. The shrimper's still alive. So we've got that going for us. And I can see way more of the rice fish than I could before. Now that I've emptied out this tank quite a bit. It's still pretty full though. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. What are we gonna do? All right, so catch fish in the morning. I've just got to scoop some females out to go with these males. And depending on what we get and what people want, we'll either do pairs or trios. So life is good. Yeah, the grindles in soil probably don't have as much of a smell as like grindles in a like a Tupperware container. Like the soil they'd be able to eat without being super sticky. On springtails, nice. Well, I've got to go lay it down, guys. Much love to everyone. Thank you for a wonderful stream. It is not as much fun without you guys, and hopefully get a couple new people showing up in chat that I meet up at Aquashella. You know what I mean? So that'll be fun. Looking forward to making new friends and seeing some old ones. You guys have a great night. God bless you. And this is New Local Austin, Fish Room in South Austin, signing off.